Worst piece of writing advice I have ever gotten, and it's keep writing. Just keep writing, just keep going. This is horrible advice, and I will tell you why. That if you push yourself to write when you're tired, or you need a break, or the muse isn't hitting you, then you will have negative feelings. We are like animals. And if you smack a dog, don't do that. But if you smack a dog, it will stop sniffing the thing that it's sniffing when you smack it. Because it will learn not to do that because it doesn't want to get smacked. So you're smacking yourself every time you are forcing yourself to do something that doesn't feel good. That doesn't mean that it always has to feel good. But ideally, you want to stop writing when you want to write more. So you're looking forward to the next time you write. So you're looking forward to the next time you get to sit down and work on that project. Ring-a-ding-ding. That's when you want to stop writing, not when it's hard and it's miserable, but definitely stop when you need to. Stop and go for a walk, or have a break, or go talk it out, or meet other writers. Don't keep writing. You don't need to write every day. A lot of these classic Hemingway and these sorts of writers, they wrote every day before sunup. Good on them. Good on them. Life is different now. Not all of us have people who can feed us. And it might be nice to be able to write every day, but it's not always practical. But that is just not the way the world works. When you are a new writer, don't edit while you write. This is from the Story Grid podcast, and I'll put a link there because I actually explored this in a little bit more detail than I'm going to go in here. But I do not think that this is good advice. I think editing while you write is absolutely valid. I think ideally you don't want to get bogged down in edits, but you might want to make a little note to go back and fix something. It is good to edit while you write. No, sorry, Sean Coyne, I'm going to edit while I write. I don't care what you say. The first piece and worst piece of writing advice I ever got was from Mary Louise Alcott and J.L. Montgomery. And I gotta say, I loved you both, but this is the worst thing, is write what you know. Certainly, you've never met a fantasy writer. Now, if you've taken Neil Gaiman's masterclass, he talks about giving your characters funny hats. I see what you're saying, Neil, but I'm going to have to disagree with you. This is not good advice because, first of all, when taken literally, it's a bit stupid to have stupid hats on all your characters. But even if you're taking it metaphorically, what you need to do is give your characters character, so that your characters don't get confused with each other. Being kind to the dyslexics out there, please don't name them the same thing. Tolkien, I love you, but it's really hard to know who's who. I would never confuse Eowyn with Eomer. Even if their names do sound alike or look alike, I wouldn't confuse them because their characters are so different and they didn't need funny hats. Now, I'm not going to name names this time because this one's a little personal. This is coming from my beta readers and my friends and my family, and this advice is cut that. Like, no. When I have listened, every time I have listened to somebody else's advice about how to fix a problem with my story, that it has resulted in a mess, and I've always come back to my original idea or a version of it. You take somebody's advice on how to fix problems in your stories, how to make it work for them. You will be writing their story and not your own. If they say it's not working for them, that's great. That's good feedback. That's helpful. How to fix it is never helpful. And I don't need to know how to fix it. All I need to know is what works, what doesn't, and then leave me alone to figure it out for myself. Thank you. Don't use certain words. This could be a group of words such as adverbs or adjectives or he said or she said or other dialogue tags. It's like she looked or saw or heard, or use the word. Use the word that suits the story in that moment. Use the best word. Don't sit there for hours trying to figure out a different way to say that she saw the cat cross the road. If she saw the cat cross the road, write she saw the cat cross the road and move on. You might have heard this one, show, don't tell. This is terrible writing advice. Sometimes it totally makes more sense to show, and sometimes it makes much more sense to tell. It does not make sense to be sitting around and every single detail in your world to create a side story or a scene or something that reveals why people use a blue kettle. Where did the blue kettle come from? The kettle's blue. Just tell them the kettle's blue and move on. We don't care why the kettle's blue. What we care about is the people in the scene drinking the tea. You know I hate kill your darlings. Don't kill your darlings. And kill them if you want, I suppose. Make your darlings necessary. And if you want to know how, check out this video here.